Hey YouTube, Dubs Rider here. Just trying to get a ride in before we get some of this crazy weather that they're calling for. I think they're calling for tornadoes and stuff this afternoon. So I wanted to get out and get some miles in and get a vlog done, before I get stuck in the house the rest of the day. And I actually wanted to get a vlog done that I was trying to do the other day, and every time I start talking about this topic, I start blubbering on like an idiot, and I lose my train of thought and stuff. So hopefully this time I'll be able to get it done right. But I wanted to talk about dangers of motorcycling, and whether or not riding a motorcycle is dangerous, and whether or not the type of motorcycle you ride is more dangerous than one another. And I think that there's a misconception out there that, hey, if you ride a cruiser, you're at less risk than if you ride a sport bike. And I don't really think that's true. I think it all comes down to how you ride the bike, and your skill level. Obviously, your skill level has a lot to do with whether or not riding a motorcycle is dangerous. But riding a sport bike, all that really does is give you the power there at your, a 600, 1,000 liter bike gives you that power there, at your wrist to, go crazy if you want to. But you don't have to ride a sport bike at 100 miles an hour all the time. And in some cases they have, a lot better brakes, and a lot more precise handling than a cruiser would be, because they don't have the weight. So, I really do think that is a myth, that if you ride a cruiser, you have less dangers in motorcycling than, if you ride a sport bike. I do think that there's obviously people on both sides of that coin that, if you ride a motorcycle recklessly, you're going to be putting yourself at risk. And I think there might be a little bit more, reckless riders when it comes to sport bikes than there is on cruisers. But if you ride a sport bike responsibly, I don't think it's any more dangerous than riding a cruiser. And as far as motorcycles being dangerous in the first place, there's obviously more dangers in riding on two wheels with no metal around you than there is in riding on four wheels with metal around you. But there's danger in whatever you do. Every time you get behind the wheel of a vehicle, you assume risk that something might happen. You might get in a car accident. So I mean, as far as dangers go, I don't really see that riding a motorcycle is any more dangerous than riding in a vehicle, if you ride the proper way and you wear the protective gear. And I guess that's one thing that I try to make sure that I wear proper gear when I'm out riding my motorcycle, and that's to reduce the impact of injury if something was to happen. It's kind of like wearing a seatbelt when you're driving a car. You're looking to minimize the impact of injury if something was to happen. So, I don't judge anybody for, deciding not to wear gear, or, I know sometimes it's annoying. I mean, it's hot in these helmets, and, I would much rather be out here just kind of riding around with no gear on, and it'd be much cooler right now. But there's no sense in, at least for me personally, putting myself at greater risk of long-term injury if something were to happen. So I wear my gear. But like I said, I don't judge anybody that doesn't wear their gear. That's a personal choice. Each person that goes out needs to make that decision for themselves and decide whether or not they want to wear gear. Now, I can tell you that vlogging vlogging has actually helped me make sure that I wear gear, because you know, you've got all these different mounts and stuff, and you know, you've got your GoPro mounted up and stuff like that. So it just makes it simpler when you have a helmet. I mean, I couldn't imagine trying to. I mean, I suppose I could mount the GoPros on my bikes and stuff, but you know, it's so much easier with the microphone and stuff to, you know, wear a helmet, at least at the bare minimum, wear a helmet and be able to mount all my GoPro stuff up and my, you know, my mics and stuff. So I can say that has made me a little, you know, a little better, I guess. But in overall, you have to, you know, just make that decision when you go out to ride whether or not you want to wear gear. And I know that there's a few, you know, schools of thought that, or maybe not necessarily schools of thought, but stigmas associated with different bikes. You know, sport bike riders tend to wear gear, whereas, you know, Harley riders don't tend to wear gear. And I could say, you know, there's a lot of Harley riders around here, and yeah, a lot of them don't wear the proper gear. And there's some sport bike riders around here that don't wear the proper gear either. You know, shorts and flip-flops is, you know, that's just, to me, I don't know if I'd ever want to get on a motorcycle in shorts and flip-flops, but, you know, to each your own. You got to make that decision when you get on a motorcycle, what you want to do. So I don't know, I'll quit babbling now. I'm probably talking way too long. My vlogs, for some reason, seem to be a lot longer than I originally intend them to be. So I will shut up now. And yeah, please like, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions or you want me to vlog about anything in particular, and I would be more than happy to do so. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.